Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to Sick Boy Toshio Mark II. I just got over the flu, and now I have a killer sore throat, and I am just exhausted. I did another one-on-one Pathfinder session with Sam last night, because nobody else, was able to show, but it's been about a month since I played Pathfinder on a tabletop last, and it felt really good to be back in the game. And between Sam juggling two of his boys that refuse to go to sleep and stay asleep, aside from that, we had some interesting developments in the story of our Pathfinder tabletop campaign, and I look forward to sharing that with you all. However, I happened to have, just before leaving for Pathfinder, by the way, a fantastic game in the AH-1G that is by no means typical of the helicopter, so do not take this as a setting expectations video. It very much isn't at the 8.0, 9.0 battle rating spread that you'll commonly be facing high tier SPAA. Thankfully, you'll avoid top tier SPAA at 8.0, but the ground can kill you very quickly. In fact, the Leo A1A1 has shot me down more times than dedicated anti-aircraft platforms. They can just point and click and delete you. So, some caution is definitely required. However, I decided to play aggressively in this battle, as you can see, with us coming in quickly to the combat zone, putting some rockets, quite a number of rockets, into a Soviet heavy there, and his compatriot, his comrade if you will, decimated easily, and we nuke a third tank just because we can, and that is definitely a bit of RNGesus giving us the old double thumbs up and winky smile, because that turned out very nicely for us. And what do I spot here? Someone flanking around the map on the ice? Not on my watch. That looks to be a Centauro, so we'll see if we can put some pasta-sized rigatoni holes into his ship, and a beautiful shot, call that luck, from our dual grenade launcher. That's right, the AH-1G. The only helicopter with a twin 40mm heat anti-tank grenade launcher. I know! Why are you guys not playing this thing? Maybe because it gets pooped on more often than not. But we managed to take down, what was that, 4 enemy tanks in a single pass within minutes of the beginning of the match, which is really going to help our boys on the ground. And here we go. I'll show you how I like to land the Cobras. In fact, this works for many helicopters. You come in low and slow, you gradually bring down your collective, and the main thing to watch here is your rate of descent. As long as your rate of descent is slow enough and your speed is, let's say, under 100 miles per hour, you should be able to skid to a stop fairly easily, and that's one of the advantages that I've found with the American skid-style landing gear that you find on the Cobras. Of course, this also comes in handy when you're maneuvering close to the ground, as every now and then those skids can save your life. But you don't want to live life on the skids. You want to get out there and get aggressive with these high velocity anti-tank rockets that we have equipped under our little stubby pylon wings, or wing pylons. Anyway, the AH-1G, as all of the early helicopters seemed to be, still has a very wonky flight model, and if you look at the way this aircraft handles in the air, it definitely doesn't fly, it doesn't look the way that a helicopter should look when it's flying. It doesn't have the stability, and that is crucial as you have no guided ammunition on this helicopter. Everything is manually guided, but you can see I've spent a decent amount of time learning how to make this helicopter work for me. And I have to say, once again, I've said it many times before, and I'm happy to tell you again, that flying helicopters is the most fun type of vehicle maneuvering that I've found in this game. I really love to fly helicopters. They're a lot of fun. The early helicopters have really poor flight models. It's almost like Gaijin just took a Chaika and tilted it up 90 degrees and said, "There, we're done." These things fly very strangely, especially if you don't babysit them constantly with with keyboard controls the way you see me doing. Speaking of observations, we can tell that there's an enemy helicopter there approaching its own helipad, and this is the antithesis of the AH-1G playstyle. This is a MI4 AV Magic School Bus, and he lands on his helicopter landing pad and then takes off and can immediately fire guided missiles into the combat zone. So we're going to take him down with extreme prejudice, and we are being fired upon aggressively by Airfield AA, which is now present on helicopter landing strips. I hope they take it away. It looks like with the next major update, they're going to move the helicopter spawn zone to the airfield, and hopefully they'll take away the Airfield AA from the helicopter landing zones, because it really interferes with aircraft gameplay. It's just another zone where it's not safe to fly your aircraft, and I'm not fond of those in either an attacking or a defender position in War Thunder. I like to be the one that makes things happen in a battle, not have AI cover my back like I'm some kind of noob. Although, if you saw all my other matches in the AH-1G today, and with my 8.0 US lineup, you might get that impression about me, and you wouldn't be far off. I do not spend a lot of time in higher tier battles. Anything above around 6, 7, 7.0, just not my cup of tea. But I've been jumping into 8.0 battles, into an 8.0 lineup where I can see 9.0 vehicles, and I gotta say, I've started to adapt, and I think the key is just to play smart, but also play aggressively, because if you're really passive, nothing's gonna happen. And there's always someone playing more passively than you that'll take you down from hidden amidst some bushes. But speaking of concealment, that ISU whatever it is, I think it's based on the T10M chassis and has a 150 something millimeter gun. Well, it doesn't have anything now because we blew him up through the smoke, again using those incredible twin grenade launchers that you can unlock for the AH-1G Cobra, the early model attack helicopter for the Americans that sits at an 8.0 battle rating in realistic battles and is a bastion of unguided, skill-required weaponry that is just a joy to play, with the caveat that you will get your butt kicked quite a bit at the battle rating that it sits. There's a wide range of vehicles that have every advantage over you on the ground and in the air, and this is honestly one excuse for Gaijin having this safety net around helicopters right now. I don't like that in general, but when I play an aircraft like the AH-1G, I can definitely see why. These grenade launchers are effectively useless against aircraft. Their muzzle velocity is so low that you can see them arcing immediately, even in an upward firing arc, and learning to lead these grenade launcher rounds is, well, both fun and rewarding against ground targets, and
area. I don't know.
Excuse me, practically impossible at combat ranges for enemy aircraft. If you happen to get the jump on an enemy helicopter, it is very satisfying to light them up with 40mm heat rounds. Like I said, this helicopter is really something special.
Yeah.
And again, we got, I think, 7 or 8 kills in this match, counting the enemy helicopter we shot down, and that is exceptional performance. It's the best I've ever done in a realistic battle, and it is by no means the norm for this helicopter. I'm sure my KD is definitely in the negative with the AH-1G, especially with how aggressively that I play this aircraft. But like I said, it's fun to fly, it's rewarding to get kills. You never feel like a scumbag in this helicopter because you have to really work to do well in it, and it is completely unforgiving. Another thing that I've noticed recently getting back into helicopters, as I consider a certain $50 purchase, is that the damage model for helicopters has really been improved. Their armor protection has been improved. There's a lot of armor that's not modeled on the helicopter, and yet you can see that our chassis, I guess, is capable of absorbing hits from rifle caliber ammunition much more reliably than you could in the past. I haven't had my collective blown out nearly as often. The helicopter seems to be a lot more durable. Of course, all that is a moot point since you really don't want to get targeted, let alone shot in this helicopter. You could take a few notes from how we positioned ourselves in that map, staying low while we approach the combat zone. 7 kills, not bad. And then popping up just enough to acquire targets and take them down immediately. We were fortunate enough that no one was looking our direction when we came in for our attack runs, and that is the only reason we were able to do so well. In any event, the AH-1G, like many early helicopters, in a very competitive environment and a rewarding vehicle to do well in any day. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Yeah.